First pitch he sees, true freshman against true freshman. On with a full shift. And you look at the percent balls hit on the ground.
Caro trying to work through it. Runner was Sauki, and he'll come back. How critical this first inning is to throw a 0 up there.
No doubt. And no matter how many pitches away from getting out of this.
And Ferentz deliver. 0-2 again. That's high. They will not throw. Ferentz has hit .354 this year. He's got 13 doubles. He does have. Caro's 1-2. Way outside.
And work on it from time to time and get a feel for it. These is not one of those situations. It's been heavy on have some success.
Here he comes. Did he check? Yes, he did. And delivering clutch 2-out hits. Their last 15 runs in the tournament. Bases are loaded.
All up, especially against Jacob who's now on first base. He was only
loaded in the top of the first pitch, another breaking pitch that missed.
Like change up just off the outside edge. So he's trying to establish one of the 2 off-speed pitches, but he's got himself
a pitch in the top of the first. Swing and a miss. With him loaded on a 2-1. 3 balls and a strike.
Runners juiced, bases loaded.
The fastball and Didowick for the second time in this plate appearance.
It's a point in time in the game where it's my best against yours here, and his best has clearly been the fastball. It's been the best all year.
Everybody moving, 2 down. Fouled it off.
But if he can stack a 0 here, you'll take it.
Season record. He struck him out. You got a 0 up there. That's the end game out of Woburn, Massachusetts.
D1 average about 33% on that changeup.
This is there. It is one hitter leads things off in Honeycutt. Gets the call. The outs. A ground ball. Shortstop will field it. Honeycutt can fly, but a nice play by Griffin.
Throw over to first base.
So a huge out for Virginia. At 3 on the right side of the infield for Virginia. Blanco's first pitch is in. And this ball is in front of Bobby Whalen. And there's our first hit of the game off the batting.
And that's one of the Virginia's strategies defensively. Whalen playing deep because this is such a big ballpark. But again, Brian O'Connor does not.
Blanco on whether they're willing to run. That's first pitch is a little high to party spot. Blanco will throw over to first. So lob it over there.
Out 9. 25 walks is all he's got. 92 2/3 coming in.
And this field and it is rattled around in the corner. And D'Onofrio next up. First pitch. That's in there for a strike.
When you hit
the 0-1. And slow roll to second. Run's going to score. And got 4-0. They're up 1-0. And an off-speed pitch misses to Gavin Gallagher. Arbor is at third base. And one of the freshmen that has helped this team with 8 homers. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Might as well stay right out there.
Plate.
1-2.
There it was.
And slam for Gavin Gallagher. And this one is put up in the. Whalen is there, and there is the out. But Carolina's, but he's having fun on the outside. So what the bottom 3 for Virginia can do is
a young pitcher in the biggest stage, right? When you get out of a big jam, your team goes out and puts
the 0-2 to Godbout, and he fouled that one off. Hit offense, they'll sit on certain pitches, and you got to score to beat him, and they get a 1-0.
Predictable counts out.
0-2. Oh, he did chase, and that was an off.
Team all season long. Vance Honeycutt told me so. But I think what is really crazy, guys, looked at each other after he was done pitching and said, may the best man win.
Comes to Carolina, and now ahead 0-2. We've seen a changeup. The breaking pitch looks a lot better.
Leverage type situations with the intent of, hey, this is a real dude. He's going to be in our weekend rotation.
In building after that first inning.
It's unbelievable how that chase, that 0-2 chase changeup that he was able to throw the next pitch over for a strike. The breaking pitch right there.
Get a hit.
This is the 9-hole. And now behind, plugging doubles.
OPS, they're there on everything. Nearly 9.5 runs.
Stays down on it, and what a different inning. What a for some big-time College World Series action with Eduardo Perez coming down on the field as we start the bottom of the second, and Blanco fires away. Single for Luke Stevenson. Kind of winning.
Got a little confidence. Got to run on the scoreboard. Relax the move.
Alberto Osuda next up. Swing and a miss on a good off-speed pitch.
Ball.
45 career home runs for Osuda. foul that one straight back.
If you get it in off the plate just a little bit, make him think you want to work the inside part because he wants to get you.
1-2 to Osuda. There it is on the inside corner. 100, the 4-year Arcadia University. He missed the season opener. He was banged up. Cam to get us going here. He went for it. We'll throw down to first. I didn't
be afraid to get jammed at all. Once you start, if you look for the,
because even though it's 88 to 92, he hides it a little bit. It's deceptive a little
be
bit.
able to make an adjustment.
Doesn't get the call there. Using our cam. You get some cam, and a little bit later on, we're going to on the umpire up the middle. That one misses high and away. There is that ESPN body cam to really show us plays with it for a double play. They go to first, and no, safe. Both 8 and 9 guys. If you're going to...
Another easy read. Already done his pitches off the third base side of the rubber. Excuse me, first base side of the rubber.
Sauki is under it. We'll come back.
Scott, North Carolina. And listen, Jason DeCaro settles in. What'd you see difference from first inning to...
Bases loaded, 3-1 count, guy with, 25 plus jacks and found. And obviously, Ford hit that ball really hard. It stayed in the park. Jason reached
to Omaha.
I mean, it's awesome. I'm so...
Not dead yet. It starts with the summer school program. Ideally, they're here and line of baseball. DeCaro fires. Order. The numbers do go up for the offense. See if that two over there. Going over is Harbor. Oh man, he ran out of it.
Ball, that's out.
Outside to Griff.
Oh, getting back to what you were saying about...
Back we go to Ethan Anderson. It's a big family affair. His coaching has taken Virginia here.
Ball.
And years later, he's got a little boy in his lap watching.
It's just tough between the 8.
1 ball, 2 strikes. DeCaro to Ethan Anderson. He went off speed and he tried.
He's starting to get some confidence, starting to get it dialed in. For a strike, and then they just fade to the bottom, just to the bottom of the zone. They're being able to lay off of it so far.
1 down. And this one is no chance for Madera. Here's Sauki with all sorts of power in his bat. First pitch, high chopper, ups. Anderson will get there, digging into second, and really good.
They're going to push back. They'll concede the run.
18th double of the season. Set up on the outside corner. Didn't get it. RBI for Ford. We are tied 1-1 as he scores.
Carl wins this at bat. Different story.
Move him up.
Ball, that's out.
Boy, that didn't miss by much, but it's 1.
Ball.
Got a good 2-0 count. Took a big rip at that and fouled it off. 2 ball. 2-1 Ferentz. Wanted to hold up. 2-2 to Jacob Ferentz, and he's late on that one. He put on about 20 pounds after being injured during last summer. It is playable, and the range from Casey Cook reels it in. DeCaro, Wolfpack tomorrow, early game, A&M in Florida. The late game. Florida, the only national.
Don't sleep on NC State. I'm going to tell you, don't pay attention to the numbers they've been putting up for the year.
The next level player. We don't have many of them. And this one is to center. That's a graveyard out there. Vance Honeycutt retired for the 2nd time. He hasn't seen many pitches either.
I mentioned it earlier. Only 25 walks and a little over 90 innings of work this year.
This is a lot of...
And the first pitch way inside to Cook. This is the part of the 7-3.
Wow.
They won 37 of their 40 games in Chapel Hill. This game's ahead of Virginia. Doesn't paint, that's outside. First game. That ball's pulled down, it bounces over the wall. Ground rule double as Casey Cook about. We talked about DeCaro, 2nd time through the order. Harbor doubled his first time up. First pitch is high.
I've seen
150 points higher as Blanco delivers off the outside edge. 2 balls.
But where can you throw a quality strike? Tries to change up and misses.
I don't throw the changeup again. Good chase.
50 points higher.
Yes, yes, yes.
And one of the big pitcher against the lefties and the slider.
Was on the outside part.
0-2, end of the bat, and this is a pop-up on the infield for more information on the 2024 NCAA College World Series. Sweden.
Yeah, Charlie Connon in the
1-0. I thought you were saying like fill up a boat. I mean, those, we could ride in those things.
7.
Yeah, right in tweener. With small feet, man.
Yes, I do.
Small shoes. And this may be it. Left center. And now 2 converge on it to stay through 31. Leading the Who's. We're through 3. We'll join them next.
Got a big RBI hit.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Carl.
All right, Danny, thank you very much. Whether it's football or basketball,
Ball, it's out.
it's in a lot of ways about the guy.
Of what's going on right now when kids are getting ready to get to their
The field, but he grows them as young men too. And as a parent who sent their kid off to college,
to at least have them healthy and take care of themselves. And a great example was Blanco, that he's okay for the next start.
That's going to get down, and Henry Godbout will lead off with a single. Bat took off. He swings at the first one and fouls that straight back. Good pitch inside corner.
you know, if there is a silver lining to injuries, is you get some experience from some guys that you maybe
2 on the way from DeCaro. Second could be 2. Wilkerson's throw not
So the grass is a little bit higher than most fields, although it looked like it was mowed this morning. But it does grab.
and hole hitter Whalen.
Guys, I wanted to tell you.
Are we that predictable?
Ball, it's
Yeah,
out.
I mean, you know, some of us are upset. The idea is you hold on to the trophy. That is the trophy.
Each to be able to practice on the field. And
Obviously, from a physical standpoint. The question I got is,
there's a lot of those out there.
Wicked pitch from DeCaro, and Whalen went
he's got a little more depth, a little less mile per hour behind him.
Ball.
He'll raise his hand and he would say James, and people will look at him like, wait a minute, who's James? Needs somebody to come up and speak. He is the one to do it. Many different people in the clubhouse. That's high. Form relationships.
Now for coaches, we've talked about that a lot. Transfer portal and everything that's going on. It's a tough world. All these teams.
3 balls, 1 strike on the way. No, it's a throw over to first. Yeah, it was.
But that's not where the game is right now.
Runner goes on a 3-1. That's ball 4. Those. Swing and a miss. He was swinging for more than a double there.
Afternoon as well. That was right there the best changeup he's thrown in this game.
Well, Honeycutt's got that 80.
2 down. Little activity out there in the Carolina bullpen. On the ground to third, and he will tag the base runner heading to third base in the glove. 3.5 in the books. The goal is
Top 5 pitching staff in the entire country.
Blanco, who fires another one in there. Blanco says, I take the mound, everything for him. Put him in baseball. Off speed, right field, end of the bat. That one's going to get down and is aboard. Leadoff man is aboard.
That's a great piece of hit.
Inning that he has led off with a hit and some high cheese from Blanco. Watching this game, rooting him on every step of the way. He said, head of Osuna. Got him. And then we'll talk about the Yankees, the Orioles, and the AL East. The 3-game second.
Sidelines.
On the ground, possible double play. Oh, Farrell. Godbout. No.
That sun was
It was
bearing down on
warm.
him.
He's been one of them. I mean, ever since he put an Oriole uniform on at the big league level, the Orioles have done nothing.
And here is the 9-hole hitter, Wilkerson. That one is high. Cut just for this event. First time he saw Wilkerson, he was playing catch with his dad.
Ball.
Offering him a scholarship. Freshman year in 21, he ended up at second base here. And his brother Daniel, who played at Randolph-Macon, in the corner it goes. And boy, that was near home run distance, but it's. And they lost their clubby to become an airplane pilot, so his brother year on a 2-1 pitch.
Ball.
Yeah, especially when he can get himself in these situations, right? Fastball counts.
A freshman year.
Think about it like that. That's only like 2 pounds a year. So if you say it.
3-2, beaten into the ground, charged beautifully by O'Farrell. And from one shortstop, he Ford Ferentz when we come back to Omaha in a 1-1 game. He'll get the heart of the order as he's back on the bump, and Sauke, a fastball a little hot. 2 balls, no strikes. I don't know, Ben, do you start to think maybe this is the last inning here for...
In there regionally, started game 1, he started the final game, and of course got a start 2. in the Super, how much fuel he's got left in the tank.
My concern is the swing and miss rate third time.
Hitter with 14 homers.
No.
Not in this ballpark.
This will likely be down the lines. You can get it out into Boda.
Ball 4.
So that's ball 4. Leadoff man is Southern schools, obviously, and you got two kids from the Northeast. Massive little regional about the programs and their reach. 87 degrees. You say only in Omaha. We'll see triple digits. Ben's favorite.
Doesn't take long to get loose, does it?
No, there's a benefit there. Field end of the bat. That one's going to get down. And it is a Ford leadoff man. Henry Ford will come to the plate. You wonder if this is an effort to.
Number 9, guys, that's for his grandpa, also for Ted Williams, but his grandpa's, but he wears that number 9 to honor his grandpa, who showed him how much love he had for this game and for
Celebrated Mother's Day, and so many of these guys talk about the impact that both tough love from dad on the way you performed, and then mom kind of steps in. Poston and Pence were warming up. We'll see who comes then when we come back. Looks like the righty Poston coming in. A grade on DeCaro.
I would give him a B- just because I'd like to see what he is making his 28th appearance of the year. ERA a little bit elevated, but a really good fastball, changeup.
Ball.
He leans heavily on his fastball.
Now the cleanup hitter. Single and an RBI last time up, and he is now ahead 2 Friday against Long Island, but he got bailed out. Fires over to first base.
Gap. Wind here at Charles.
Right when the game began.
Yeah, this is a 3-1 dangerous pitch, and he grooves one right down the middle to go stop a third baseman in high school. And he went to the Baylor School in Tennessee. In the air, fairly deep by this ballpark standards, but underneath it and making an easy play. Fly out.
It's a nice piece of hitting, just wrong ballpark. Good approach. Out how hard it is when that wind is blowing in.
If the wind's going to blow in, a team like Kentucky that can really pressure you up, they play a lot of. I think favors a team like Kentucky as long as it's blowing in.
Ferentz right back, still back, now stops on the track, and those are 2 balls. Find any grass or go over the wall, they end up in gloves.
And that's the point.
About, yes, Kentucky could sneak up on you like that. Look, UNC the same way. They have speed.
Ford 3-1. Since has gotten a pop out from Ford and Ferentz, and now it's Harris on the ground, fielded by the first baseman, and Harbor will take it. Players in the history of North Carolina baseball is in the stands. Another one is set to come up now.
outfield. I don't know if I'll ever coach anybody like him. He's so refreshing.
World Series, and here's Honeycutt. Lays down a push bunt. This is a race to first. He dives. He's tagged.
The line, and it gave him an opportunity to make the play. A little bit.
Off hitter is retired here in the 5th. This is Cook 0-1.
Ball.
Because he stays down in the strike zone. Now, he will, like that last pitch, he said, occasionally he'll come up with the fastball just to.
Pumps his fist after that fastball went by him. And there were 2 down in the bottom of the 5th. Well, you ask O'Connor up.
And O'Connor said, I love that about him. I absolutely love that about him.
Ball.
He has given you.
Ball 4. Inside.
Oh, they're all.
Like that's strike 3.
The ability to kind of deal with a bad call, and he will be able to do it on a ground ball. The second, the 4th out, A&M in Florida. So Florida and Carolina both represented by 2 different. And found it in the postseason. Poston sends that one a little high. Talk about lineup construction, Eduardo. I know you get balls in 1 strike to Godbout, who struck out, then he singled.
Really well this year, hitting over 400.
Ball 4.
All those, the ones that missed, were way in.
He's one of the most liked guys, goofing around, one of the funniest. And then when he gets on the mound, you just be.
Third baseman way in. That one misses. Did you?
I was different on the mound. Like, as a starting pitcher, you got 4 days to keep the club loose, but when it's your 1 day out of 5 that you're going to go to work.
He does push it. Boy, that's a risky play. Gallagher teams in the nation, North Carolina, especially in the outfield. And this down, it goes to the wall. Godbout to third, breaks her on there. A double the other way. Hitter swinging away, and he fouls it off at the plate.
Why not?
Ball.
Postseason, he's looking for one big hit. Couldn't pull the trigger there. 1-2.
One right here.
He got it. He was late.
Velocity, but he uses that spin rate to his advantage. You see the swing just underneath that ball. That's that ball.
Virginia, leadoff hitter, huge spot. Swings and sends this one to center field. It's 2-1 Virginia. Good job by Griff O'Farrell to give the Cavs.
Look up in the zone with that high spin. Don't waste any time.
O'Farrell RBI. 2-1 Cavaliers. Lefty on left. Makes sense numbers-wise. Anderson hits 371 again. First pitch, slow roll to first. Got a lot of spin on it, and a good job. We beat Chase Burns. And maybe the home record was so great it almost overshadows Bosch Magic here. And to left field. And that one is up and is playable for
A little bit more, and then he has the ability to go left on left, glove side.
1 out, 6th inning. And Stevenson, first pitch, bounces in the dirt. And this one to right field and coming hard and making the play.
She is the rock. She's the one who got him into T-ball. She has done everything for.
Very quickly on 2 flyouts from Gallagher and Stevenson. This is Osuna.
Deliver the next one.
Carlin, you talk about him growing up. I mean, the last inning bothered him and led to a bigger inning, but not now. He has really grown up on the mound.
Strikeouts this season against Blanco.
It's not necessarily gone deep in counts. He's only got 3 strikeouts. But another quality start. And he does. That's the 3rd strikeout of Osuna in the game. D'Onofrio now moving in a little bit. Shows which way the wind is blowing things. And Casey's Pence on the mound. Just before the Chapel Hill Regional Championship, he went a game. Sort of suggesting I will do whatever is necessary, and he's my field line. And we'll get into this. And he's their guy. He's got 1 out here. That stays up in the air. D'Onofrio has made a couple
Pitches in about 24 hours.
That was Skip Berman for the
1 ball, 1 strike to Ferentz. Kind of absorbing that, Ben. I'm not the New York City area code, and the 1-2. That one hit him. Harrison Didowick.
Yes.
That's the strike. And he is behind 0-2. DeCaro started this one, then it was Poston and Pence. Discussion about not coming out. 0-2.
Oregon a little bit. Right on his setup.
Runner goes, throw down, and he hit for a slice. Recognized that the hand got to the bag.
Yeah, he said.
Second base is confirmed. North Carolina.
Level of focus you find?
100% there is.
3-2. Swing and a miss on a nasty pitch in the dirt. An 8-9 and 1, and that one is underneath the glove of Becker. Seemed to perhaps catch Becker by surprise. It was so quick. Broncos' 82nd pitch, squaring to bunt. Wow. Not at all. 1-0 to Wilkerson. Puts it down. Good one. Bronco with the glove flips it.
North Carolina at the plate.
You asked this question about West Virginia when Honey.
My pitch.
Strike 1 at the letters.
I'm not going to miss over. If I miss, I'm missing off the plate.
Got a big rip. He broke. New bat, Homer. 0-2 here. Not easy for Ford. He's backwards. And it is.
One times not, they seem to come through.
1-2, Honeycutt.
Here's the problem with going with it. Yeah, exactly. It's got to be on the corner, but if you miss, you got to miss.
11 homers against lefties this year, and he pulls 1 foul. First pitch. What a bat. 2-2 on the ground is short. Farrell fires across, and the speedy much deeper on the grass at second, and they actually had O'Farrell on the right side of second. And Cook sends Blake, terrible throw. He looked like he tried to hold on to tied.
I'll tell you this, fella.
Cook, but you were looking for a ground ball. It was like this would have been your guy. Parks Harbor's got a chance to give him a lead. He had the key to the car on Cook. I mean, in Blanco with the nail biting going on here in the bottom of the 7th of a tie game. 2-1, way outside, 3 balls and a strike. VCU transfer, he came in. This is year 2 at royalty up there, and this one is beaten into the ground. And O'Farrell fires pretty play. Boy, he. Plate. Wilkerson.
The zone.
Hungate to Honeycutt. Ball. Just missed. The 1-0. Ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Got a pitch to swing at. Another slider at 2-0. It's 2-1. 89 College World Series team. His mom ran track at Carolina. And that one. And they turn Chapel Thrill into Charles Schwackoff.
Then beat you, you're going to do. Not in the zone.
North Carolina, huh? 5 wins in their last 9 at-bats in the last
percent.
Stepped up to the plate, lead-off double. You do
come epic.
Well executed. Well.
See come up has delivered here in the College World Series.
I believe it was another side part of the plate. It never really got there. And I tell you what, to win it.